Susie, do you have a minute?
Hey, sure, what's up?
So guess what? I just bought some rice online.
Rice?
I know I could have gone to the supermarket, but it's heavy and carrying it back home is a pain. So I bought it online.
If you'd had said so, I would have taken you in the car, you know.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry. Because I don't shop online very often, so I thought I'd treat myself to some delicious-looking luxury rice.
Huh? Luxury rice?
It should be arriving at your place tomorrow, cash on delivery. Now, be a darling and bring it over to our house once it does.
Wait a second.
What?
When you say you sent it to my place cash on delivery, you mean I'm the one who'll be paying for it? Don't you?
That's right. I'm away at the moment, so you were the only one I could ask.
Can I ask how much it's going to cost me?
Let me see here. Yes, 5 kilos for $75.
That much? Are you kidding me?
It's hardly a lot of money. Surely you have it lying around somewhere.
That's not the point, is it? How many times have you made me pay for your things now? Oh, you can't keep doing this!
Oh, lighten up. I don't see the problem.
Well, it is a problem. You never pay me back. Why do you never pay me back?
Good grief, what am I going to do with you? I might be your mother-in-law, but that still makes me your mother. Are you really going to pester your own mother for cash?
Pester you for cash? All I want you to do is pay me back for all the times you forced me to pay for your things.
Stop being such a tightwad. I've never met anyone so selfish. You're working, so a measly $75 is probably pocket change for you. Just see to it that I get my luxury rice.
There's a limit to how high my expenses can go. I'm trying to save up money for the future too, you know. I haven't reached my savings target for the last 3 months in a row because you always have stuff sent to my house without my permission.
Isn't that just because you're bad at managing your finances? Don't you think it's just a tad disrespectful to try and use your own mother as your scapegoat? I'm very disappointed in you, Susie.
This goes beyond me managing the finances. Just last month alone, I paid $440 for your things.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm going on holiday with a friend next month.
Holiday?
You'll never guess. The Bahamas! Not only that, but for 6 days and 5 nights.
Wait, you're going for that long? If you can afford to go on holiday to the Bahamas, surely you can afford to pay for your own rice.
Oh, well, you see, as for the holiday expenses, Elena paid for everything for me.
My stepsister?
She really is such an amazing daughter. She doesn't complain or act like a tightwad with her money whenever I say I want a little something, unlike some.
Wow.
I'm going for a cup of tea with a friend now. I'm counting on you for the rise.
Hey, wait a sec!
Susie, you got a minute?
Graham? Sure, what is it? Oh, yeah, I hope your business trip went well.
Thanks.
Are you done with all your work now?
Yeah, we managed to wrap things up earlier than expected, so I'm chilling out with my feet up in a hotel right now. Anyway, there's something I was hoping to talk to you about.
Did something happen?
Well, it kinda did, but not to me. It's about something my sister told me.
Your sister?
When I checked my phone just now, I realized she'd been sending me tons of messages while I was at work. It's my mom. She has complete control over my sister's finances.
What? What do you mean?
So you know how my sister got her job through a recommendation from my mom's friend who works at the same company?
Yeah, I think I heard something about that before.
Well, my mom's been using her connections at that company to have my sister's entire salary paid directly into her own bank account.
What? How could that be?
Right? I first heard about it today. I was surprised myself. What's even more surprising is that apparently my sister quit the company.
Oh, wow, she did?
She made a complaint to management because she was scared after her creepy pervert boss, who also happens to be married, kept making passes at her. But contrary to what you'd expect any respectable company to do in that situation, they started pressuring her to resign voluntarily.
Wow.
My sister had been wanting to change careers for a while, so she agreed to resign as long as they gave her a severance package when she did. This all went down about 3 months ago.
Oh, so that's why.
Huh? That's why what?
You know, I've mentioned it to you a few times now. Your mom keeps sending me things she bought online to be paid cash on delivery, forcing me to pay. And it all started 3 months ago. She still hasn't paid me back a single cent.
Ah, that explains it then. She can no longer rely on my sister's salary, so she started pestering you instead.
On that note, just today she had $75 worth of luxury rice sent to my house.
Good God. I can't believe the nerve of that woman. No matter how much I tell her not to, she doesn't pay me the slightest attention. If anything, she gets worse.
Have you tried saying something to your dad?
Nope, that's just as hopeless. My mom has control over my dad's finances as well.
Wow, she does?
The only reason I'm fortunate enough to have control over my own money in the midst of all this is because I got the job I wanted after I applied for it myself and declined the offer Mom made for the company her friend works at and left the family home as soon as I graduated university.
I see. Just think, if you'd have accepted that job offer your mom got you through her friend, there's a good chance you'd be in the same position as the rest of her victims right now.
I think you might be right. Chill went down my spine when I thought about it just now.
Right?
Anyway, about my sister.
Oh, of course. Sorry I took us off the subject.
Not at all. It's important we discuss that too, so don't worry about it. So I'll carry on with what I was going to say about my sister now.
Okay, please do.
Now, the crucial factor in all this is my sister's severance package.
Severance package?
My sister went out of her way to set up a brand new bank account for the severance package to be paid into, and requested specifically that the company make sure that the money was paid into that account and only that account.
Right. I see. If it was paid into the same bank account they'd been using till now, it'll go straight to your mom.
That's right. That's why she made the new one, to prevent that from happening. Apparently, she planned on moving out of the family home using the money from that severance package. But for God knows what reason, it went straight into my mom's bank account just like before.
What?
She thought something fishy was going on when she hadn't received anything after 3 months, and when she made some inquiries, they told her they already gave it to my mom.
My God. Is there no way she can get it back now?
My mom probably spent it already, knowing what she's like.
No way.
She was saying something about going on holiday to the Bahamas next month.
Wait, the Bahamas? Your mom was sending me messages about that just earlier today. She said your sister was covering all of the expenses for her.
Seriously?
So that's what she was scheming. Your sister doesn't deserve this. She must be so miserable. Isn't there anything we can do? Someone's got to stop your mom's reign of terror.
I agree. That's why I wanted to discuss it with you today. If my sister can just get away from the family home and find work at a company that has nothing to do with my mom, I think she can make it somehow.
I think so too.
I'm gonna fill you on more of the details when I get home tomorrow.
Okay, got it.
Are you there, Graham? I can't get in touch with Susie. Do you have any idea why that might be?
Oh, Mom, it's you.
I just got back from my holiday in the Bahamas. I called Susie while I was away to ask if she'd pay for a package I bought online. I ordered it to your house to be paid cash on delivery. I just went over there myself because I can't get through to her. But no one seems to be home. I wanted to get hold of my rice ASAP since I planned on having some with my favorite hamburger patties and garlic sauce for lunch tomorrow. I'm in a real pinch here.
Susie's next to me right now.
Oh, she is? Please, could you ask her where my package is? It should have arrived yesterday.
Oh, that. She was unable to accept it.
What? Why?
Because we moved out 3 days ago.
Huh? You moved out? What do you mean? Don't joke about things like that, Graham. Where's my luxury rice?
We moved out.
What?
We moved out of that house. Let me rephrase. We no longer live in that house.
Huh? You moved out?
Which is why, if you want to know where your package is, I suggest you phone the delivery company's customer service line or the manufacturer and make an inquiry yourself.
Just slow down for 1 second. What are you talking about? I very clearly asked Susie to take care of this for me.
Didn't she tell you she had plans that day and refused? I came back off my business trip just as all this was happening, so I know about everything.
Well, maybe so, but I was certain she was just telling lies so she could get out of paying.
Yeah, about that. How many times have you forced Susie to pay for cash on delivery packages that you specifically arranged to arrive when she was home, Mom? You owe her well over $1,000 by this point. When exactly do you plan on paying her back?
Well,
I get it, Mom. You had no intention of paying her back to begin with.
Well,
Stop treating my wife like your personal ATM.
Oh, ATM, don't be ridiculous.
Then there's the issue of what you've been doing to my sister.
Elena?
I know about everything. You used almost her entire severance package from when she left the company to fund your trip to the Bahamas and your lavish spending sprees. I also know about how you used your connections at her old company to see that her salary was paid into your bank account every single payday.
No. You've got it all wrong. That was because I was worried about her. Elena's never been very good with her finances, so I decided to help her.
Cut the crap, Mom! The only one who's no good with their finances is you.
Me? How dare you?
The whole family knows about your disastrous spending habits and how wasteful you are. I dread to even ask how much money's left in your bank account right now. You're the most frivolous person I've ever known.
But,
And that's why my sister moved house too.
what? Wait a second. Elena moved away too?
Of course she did.
Not of course she did. I just put in a recommendation for her at another company, and they were about to invite her for an interview.
Why am I not surprised? All so you can continue using her as your ATM, right? How long do you have to exploit her before you finally be satisfied? You take everything she has and you still want more. That's why the three of us, me, my wife, and my sister, all decided to move away all at the same time. We used the time you were away on holiday as our opportunity to get away from you.
How could you?
Oh yeah, we can't forget about Dad.
Huh?
He moved independently of the three of us, but I heard he also used your Bahamas trip as his chance to get out of the house.
No, your father too. This can't be happening. Everyone's abandoning me. Wait, more importantly, where on earth did he get the money to leave home from?
Apparently, he'd been saving up for years, biding his time, waiting for the right moment. He also told me he's currently in the process of setting up a new bank account, and the account his salary goes into will be changing before long.
What? What do you mean?
You seriously don't understand?
How can I understand if you don't explain to me?
The bank account Dad's salary has been going into this whole time. Basically, the bank account you've been spending all the money in like it was your God-given right for years will stop receiving payments as soon as the change has been finalized. To summarize, you won't be getting a single cent out of him ever again.
What? Stop this at once. What has gotten into you all? Where has your father gone?
I've got a pretty good idea about what Dad intends to do from here on out. But since that's none of your business, I won't be telling you a thing. If you want to repair the damage you've done, you need to do it yourself. It's time you stood on your own 2 feet for a change, Mother.
Wait!
Goodbye. A few days later, my dad sent my mom the divorce papers. My mom was seething over the unprecedented situation she found herself in of being abandoned by all of her loved ones in one fell swoop. But luckily for her, her little brother, my uncle, was kind enough to take her in. And thanks to my uncle somehow or other persuading my mom to go through with it, the divorce was finalized. Now, my dad and sister are enjoying their fresh start in their new homes, while finally being able to appreciate the satisfaction of actually being able to spend their own money for a change. We're using all means necessary to ensure that my mom pays my sister back every last cent of the severance package she stole. And she's currently spending most of her days on the verge of tears working tirelessly to see to it that she makes the money to fund those repayments. As soon as she's done paying my sister back, a solitary existence of living alone without a single person to rely on is all that awaits her. By finally being forced to work, I hope she finally understands the value of money and how difficult it can be to get by.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey sis, I'm pregnant!
Huh? Oh, I see. That's great. Congratulations.
I forgot to tell you, but I'm 8 months gone.
Wait, what? 8 months already?
Yep, I'll be having a home birth at Mom and Dad's place tomorrow. See you there.
Tomorrow?
You got a problem with that?
No, I mean, it's great that you're doing a home birth at your mom and dad's place, but I just wish you'd have told me this a little earlier so I could have had a chance to adjust my plans.
Excuse me? Since when did I have to get permission from my sister-in-law for everything I do? Are you my boss now? Anyway, you've been married to my brother, what, like 10 years now? How is it that you still haven't had any kids? I don't know whose fault it is, but there has to be something wrong with one of you. So, who is it? Are you a barren wasteland, or is he shooting blanks? In any case, I'm being kind enough to let the two of you look after heavily pregnant me tomorrow. Think of it as kind of like preparation for if you two ever manage to conceive. You better treat me well. I want to see the gratitude in every word, facial expression, and gesture.
Why me?
Because you're my brother's woman, obviously.
Right, I see. So you'll be arriving tomorrow afternoon?
That's right.
Got it. 2 weeks later.
Anya, sis, are you there? Hey, respond now. My room's like covered in dust. Did you really think this is acceptable? This is the room my little boy's gonna be born in, and you have the nerve to leave it in that state? Will you please get it cleaned up ASAP?
Sylvie, I'm at work right now.
What? You call that work? Don't make me laugh. You're just holed up in your room like always. Mom and Dad were complaining about how you're always up there typing away on your computer like some video game addicted cave-dwelling beast.
I've told you this countless times since coming home, but I work from home. I can do my job entirely from my bedroom. Just because I'm at home during the day doesn't mean I'm lazing around or have nothing to do. If anything, I'm busier now that I was back in my office days. I'm not opposed to helping look after you while you're pregnant, but there's a physical limit to how much I'm able to do.
Excuse me?
I understand you're heavily pregnant, and I understand you can't move around as well as you used to. But that said, you can still do some things for yourself, and you don't need me waiting on you hand and foot 24/7. Not only that, but your mom's always around if you need her. Please stop trying to force everything on me.
Wow, how dare you? Are you seriously trying to force your duties onto my elderly mother? How despicable. That's just bullying, plain and simple. You're bullying your mother-in-law. Who knew my sister-in-law had such a rotten personality? It's such a shame. I used to think you were nice back then when we first met, but it seems like you got too comfortable with my brother, and now you think you can say and do whatever you like. It's scary. Are you gonna bully me too? I'm gonna feel like super uncomfortable around you now.
Oh, give me a break, Sylvie. I'm hardly telling you and your mom to do everything, am I? All I'm asking is that you do the things you can do by yourself, and that she help with the things she's able to help with.
You're so horrible! How could you be this mean-spirited? You're like some kind of movie villain. You're twisted! Wah! Wah!
Actually, I'm the one who wants to cry. The next day.
Hey, Anya. Everything okay?
Hey, Charlie.
I heard from an old classmate who lives in the same neighborhood as my folks. Apparently, my little sister moved in with you guys when I got transferred away for work, and you've been having a real hard time of it lately. Is it true? Is everything okay, Anya? What's going on?
Well...
my sister and parents have always had a poor attitude towards you. I know that. But I did tell you to tell me if anything happened with him, didn't I? You could talk to me about anything.
I'm sorry. I didn't want it to affect your work badly in any way, so I kept it to myself.
Don't be silly, babe. You need to think about yourself sometimes too. Everyone at work's really understanding, so please don't worry about that. What actually happened?
Apparently, Sylvie fell pregnant and came back to your folks' place for her home birth.
Wait, what? My sister is pregnant? Since when? That's the first I've heard of it.
Oh wow, you mean she didn't tell you either? She says she's 8 months gone already.
8 months?
Right? I was surprised too. She only told me the day before I came back home. Then she basically ordered me to go to your folks' place, where I was apparently obliged to be your personal servant, carer, and waitress, and expected to cater to her every whim at a moment's notice. Naturally, your mom and dad always have her back 100%, so I'm basically stuck in a house where it's constantly 3 versus 1. To tell you the truth, I'm finding it a little difficult. On the other hand, she most certainly is very pregnant, and out of consideration for the baby, I don't want to do anything that might cause her stress. I feel kind of trapped.
Oh no, Anya. I think maybe it's best you come and stay with me. How does that sound?
Huh?
I know you stayed there to begin with because you had your own job to think about, and my transfer was only ever meant to last a year at the longest. But you started working from home after I moved away, which means you don't necessarily need to be in that house for work, right?
You do have a point. I've been working from home for about 6 months now, and what with everything that's been going on in the world, upper management decided recently that this style of working would be made permanent.
Well then, surely we can make it work somehow if you come out here to live with me. Besides, if you come soon while I'm still away on transfer, it'll be easier for us to figure out where we want to live next after my transfer period comes to an end. And at that point, we could just up sticks and leave together.
You make some good points. I'm gonna talk to my boss about this. I am technically classed as a remote worker, but I do still have to go into the office 2 or 3 times a month. The company covers my travel cost, but if I was to come and live with you in Delaware, they'd be covering plane tickets, which I kind of feel like I should let them know about in advance. You'd also have to make your place work from home suitable before I arrived.
Ah, I see. I never thought of that stuff. You're right. It's best we have all of our bases covered. One thing I can guarantee you is that the internet here is about as fast as it gets. I can convert the spare bedroom into a study too. Just say the word.
In that case, I'm pretty sure they'll give me the go-ahead right away. I have a few loose ends to tie up and some things to pack though, so would you mind waiting a little longer?
Sure thing. I just want you to know that you're welcome here anytime.
Thank you, Charlie. 2 weeks later.
Sylvie, I made up my mind. I don't need you.
You don't need me?
You were so lively and cheerful when you came back to stay with us. It seemed like you had nothing to do, so I thought it only made sense to have you wait on my every move. But you haven't been looking after me at all. I actually feel worse off for having you around.
That's hardly my fault when I have work to do, is it? Do you want me to get fired? I always go out of my way to keep an eye on you and make sure you're comfortable and have everything you need when I'm not working.
Not good enough. I'm simply and not satisfied with your service. My mommy will be taking care of everything from here on out, so you needn't bother coming near me anymore. Get out of this house right now. You're a negative influence on me and my baby. If you stay here even a second longer, it'll probably come out disabled. My morning sickness gets 100 times stronger every time I see your repulsive face.
Huh? Weren't you saying the other day how pleased you are that you hardly get morning sickness at all?
Shut up! I don't want to hear another word from you. Get out, get out, get out! Let me make this clear. Your very existence itself irritates me. Get out of this house at once, you barren wasteland of a woman. You couldn't even give my big brother a baby, could you?
You should know I'm never coming back if you change your mind and regret this. You won't be my problem anymore.
I never want to see your gross, disgusting face again.
Thanks for saying that. I'm actually more relieved to hear that than you could know.
Huh?
I've decided to go and live with Charlie in Delaware. I'm really grateful for your blessing. I was kind of stressing over how you might react, but with still not having give birth and all.
Huh?
The next day.
Anya? Are you on your way now?
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to board the plane. I'll lose signal, but it's not a long flight, so I should be back with you in an hour or so. Then, 3 trains later, I'll be knocking on your door.
Anya, listen. I just received word that Sylvie's been rushed away in an ambulance.
Wait, what? Why?
Apparently, she started getting severe stomach pains after eating my mom's cooking.
Your mom's cooking? Oh no, no. She didn't, did she?
Yeah, I think she did. It's always been a rule in our household to check that the ingredients in Mom's section of the fridge aren't out of date or rotten before using them. No exceptions. It's been over 8 years since Sylvie flew the nest to go live on her own for college. And I'm guessing she totally forgot about Mom's unsanitary culinary habits.
Oh my, I think you might be right. I'd been cooking all of her meals since the moment she came back. Come to think of it, I don't think your mom cooked for her even once.
Not only that, but you've been cooking all of our family's meals for the last 2 years. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, without fail, every single day. Your food's not only delicious and safe to eat, but you made everything with a healthy balance of vitamins, nutrients, and minerals in mind. My family's probably never been this healthy. As a result, I think they might have let their guard down. They took your cooking for granted, and then when you were gone, well, this happened.
Obviously, I hope Sylvie's okay, but how's the baby? Have you heard anything?
Last I heard that she was experiencing labor pains and that she was most likely going to have the baby prematurely at the hospital.
Oh no, isn't that bad?
It's not great, but don't worry, you don't have to go. I took an emergency vacation from work and I'll be heading down on the first flight tomorrow morning.
Are you sure? I really don't mind.
I think it's for the best you don't. I can just see it now. My sister hurling nonsensical abuse at you from her hospital bed the moment you walk in about how this is all your fault. Things might change and we might need you to come on short notice, in which case I'll contact you. But for the time being, I'd really appreciate it if you could just hold tight.
Okay, I understand. The next evening.
Hey Anya, I'm sorry I took so long messaging you.
Hey Charlie, it's fine. How's Sylvie and the baby? Are they both okay? I've been really worried about them.
The birth went by without a hitch. I have a healthy 8-pound baby nephew. Sully's fine too, but how to put this? Another problem seems to have emerged.
Another problem? What happened?
Okay, so you know how Sylvie's husband is white?
Yes?
And you know how Sylvie's also white?
Yes, of course. What does this have to do with anything?
The thing is, the baby's black.
What? 1 month later.
Anya! Hello? Anya? Please, will you come back? Pretty please with a cherry on top. My brother knows how to cook for himself. He'll be fine on his own. You'll be able to come back, won't you? Won't you? You should be prioritizing me and my little boy. I'm in the mother of all pinches here, Anya. Please. Oh my God, how did things get this way?
Hello, Sylvie. I'm glad to hear you and your son are okay. I hate to have to tell you this, but even if I was to come back, I wouldn't be able to look after you like I was doing before.
Why not?
Things at work started going great when I moved out to Delaware to be with Charlie. He's really understanding of my remote work situation and goes to every effort to accommodate me. We also split the housework evenly. He's such a darling. I feel lucky to have him.
But I'm struggling here. How can you live with yourself being all happy and content like that when I'm out here struggling? Looking after a newborn baby is so hard, you wouldn't believe. Like, gosh, how do people even do this? Not only that, but Mom's cooking is so bad, I fear for my life every time I eat.
Your mom's cooking?
It seems like me getting rushed away in an ambulance wasn't enough to make her learn her lesson. Because she insists on making me her special dishes every day without so much as a glance at expiration dates or whether there's a mold on the ingredients. I had no choice but to start cooking for myself. Can you imagine if my little Tyrone ate something she concocted? Not only that, but I caught her force-feeding him honey from a bottle with "not suitable for infants" clearly written on the label. He's only supposed to be on breast milk, but she keeps trying to feed him additive-riddled grown-up food. And rotten additive-riddled grown-up food at that. That woman is dangerous. My dad lacks a spine to do anything but look the other way and pretend it isn't happening, so he's no help either.
Where's your husband in all this?
He divorced me. Ugh, don't ask the questions you already know the answer to.
I see. So we really did end up divorcing over that, huh? Well, what about little Tyrone's real dad? What happened with him?
I don't know. He disappeared.
What?
Forget all that. None of it matters now. The point is you need to come home. You need to come home now. My ex-husband wants nothing to do with me. My only choice now is to raise him at my parents' house while trying to avoid either of us being hospitalized again by my mom's lethal cooking. The only people who were ever capable of keeping this place in functioning order were you and my brother. Please, me and Tyrone need you. Stop your complaining and just help us already. Ugh!
Nope, sorry, but I really can't do that.
Why not? I'm begging you here. Have you ever seen me like this? Have you? I'm not doing it for fun, I promise you. Please, I'm desperate here.
I have a question for you, Sylvie. Did you notice how unhealthy living with you made me?
Huh?
Not only did your mom force me to do all the housework and cooking, but when you showed up out of nowhere, so pregnant you were ready to burst and demanded I be your live-in carer going on slave. To make matters worse, none of you seemed to understand the meaning of remote work and interrupted me upwards of 20 times a day, resulting in me barely ever getting anything done. My body was sending me desperate signals to get out. Then Charlie sent me a lifeboat and invited me to live with him, so here I am. Finally recovering while being reminded what it's like to live a normal life. And you suddenly demand I throw all of that away to come back and live with you guys in the madhouse?
You can't blame us for that. I bet you just weren't looking after your health properly, or not scheduling properly or something. That's got nothing to do with us. Don't you dare try and blame your poor lifestyle choices on me and my family.
I see. Yeah, there's no way I'm coming back.
Why?
Good luck with everything. Goodbye. Later on, my in-laws agreed to let Sylvie and the boy with the mystery father stay with them indefinitely through gritted teeth, since she genuinely had nowhere else to go. But I hear her relationship with the two of them is more tense than ever. In spite of that, her mom and dad are still the only people in the world she has to rely on. But her mother, being the worst combination of slovenly and stubborn conceivable, is even worse at child rearing than she is cooking. The hostile atmosphere that fills the house day in day out as a result of mother and daughter constantly locking horns is so thick, you could cut it with a knife. Upon seeing the horrific state of things, one of Sylvie's dad friends suggested they left Tyrone in the care of a foster home run by a lovely couple he knows. Apparently, Sylvie wasn't opposed to the idea. Little Tyrone's innocent in all this, and the thought of him growing up in such an unpleasant atmosphere turns my stomach. I was relieved to hear about the plans to put him up for adoption. As for Sylvie, she owes heaps in compensation to her ex-husband, so she'll have no choice but to return to the world of work soon enough. Something tells me she won't be getting much time to rest from now on.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time. Hey sis, answer please.
Hello, Marge. What's up?
That guy you brought home last night? Wow, what a surprise.
That guy. My fiancé, you mean?
I didn't realize your fiancé was Jerry Anderson.
I figured you knew him.
Duh, of course I knew him. I went to high school with him. He was the most popular guy in school. All the girls were lusting after him. There was a load of heartbroken girls back then. Like in the hundreds. That's how good looking and desirable he was.
Actually, he said he wasn't all that popular, or as you say, lusted after back in school.
That doesn't really matter. It's the rumors that spread. Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Yeah, okay. But he himself says it's all total BS. To be honest, he hates all this back fence talk.
That's what I like about him. He's so cool. I really can't believe it. I mean, I'm way prettier than you. I always have been. And you get the best looking guy ever?
Go figure. Oh, it's just not fair. Not fair, huh? What am I supposed to do about it? Not fair. And he's freelance, and he makes over $100,000 a year? Holy cow! You got that from yesterday's conversation, I suppose. You know, I thought it was kind of rude to be asking someone about their annual income in front of everyone. What's the harm? Anyways, it's an important point. Didn't you say you had a boyfriend or something? I heard he works in the same business as Jerry. Yeah, him. I'm thinking of breaking that off. Huh? Why would you go and do that? Well, after seeing Jerry, you know, he's starting to look a little, lackluster. Yeah, they're in the same business and pay is all right. But on the handsome side, Jerry is way more good looking. You're forgetting one important point. He's my fiancé. Don't you forget that. Yeah, that's the point I want to make. Why is he even your boyfriend? I mean, it makes no sense. You have no real talent, and on top of that, you're not that attractive. I am way more attractive and desirable. It's just not fair. I just can't accept this whole thing. What do you want me to do about it, for Christ's sake? This is inexcusable. It's all total BS. Right. I'm a bit busy now. I have to meet Jerry pretty soon, so... Huh? Oh, are you going to that motel out on Main Street for a little afternoon fun? Take me with you. Huh? Have you been popping pills all day or something? How could you say that? Of course not. Not fair. Why do you get to have all the fun? Please, shut up for a second, would you? I'm just going to see his folks, that's all. I'm in a hurry, so see ya. Hey, Jenny, are you there? What is it this time? It's about Jerry. There was something I wanted to ask you one more time. Jerry is working as a freelancer, which means he's mostly working from home, right? Yeah, he does go out occasionally, but yeah, basically he works from home. So, that means we can get naughty all day long. When he's working, it's not different from working at an office. He really can't be bothered. He's actually pretty busy. Wow, and he makes over $100,000 a year. Oh, really impressive. Are you even listening to what I'm saying? Okay, so it's all set. Huh? What are you talking about? Jerry is now my fiancé. Oh, what the hell are you blabbering about? I talked to Mom and Dad and pleaded with them that I wanted Jerry, and they said no problem. You really must be popping pills. I mean, think about it. Would Jerry want to marry an unattractive, no-talent woman like yourself? Oh, he would much rather marry a beautiful and sexy girl like me. That's what Mom and Dad said. This was all decided last night with Mom and Dad. Decided with Mom and Dad? Where the hell am I in all this? Dad already contacted Jerry about this news a while ago. So, Jenny, dear sister, no more contact with my fiancé Jerry. Got that? Hold it a second. You're totally mental. Do you really think you can do this on a whim? Anyways, Jerry would never permit such a thing. You are unbelievable. Yeah, figured you'd react this way. Your whining will do you no good. It's been decided. Now, I'm busy. I have to contact Jerry and meet up with him. Kisses. Hold it, Marge. Are you nuts? Hey, Jerry, sorry. This is urgent. Did one of my family members contact you?
Oh, hey, Jenny.
I suppose somebody already got in touch with you. Am I right?
Yeah, your younger sister Marge and your dad contacted me earlier. Your father said he decided to switch my fiancé from you to your younger sister, Marge. And for your sister, I got this. I'm your fiancé now, so let's go to that motel on Main Street tonight. Hearts.
Oh my god.
When I met her at the party the other day, she was really in my face. I'm sure you saw that too. I realize now why you were so against me meeting your family. Just didn't expect they would go this far.
Oh, this is not happening. Oh my god, why?
I adamantly refused. So don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. My stupid family. How embarrassing.
Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Besides, now I really know what kind of people they are. Just as you've been saying. I told them flat out that I had no intention of changing my plans. And from now on, I didn't want a close relationship with them. My parents are understanding, so there's no need to worry about them.
Oh yeah, thank God for that. Oh yeah, when you met, you exchanged contact information, right? Go ahead and block all my family members, okay? Way better that way. I'm really sorry about this.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do that. And you don't have to apologize for anything. You did nothing wrong.
But making you go through this BS.
I insisted that we meet your family despite your repeated warnings. So it's partially my fault for pushing it.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
Come on, you're starting to sound like a broken record. Don't worry about it. If there's anything you want to talk about, just come to me. I always have your back, Jenny. I love you. Remember that.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm counting on it.
Hey, I'm about done here. Want to go on a date?
Huh? From now?
Did you have other plans?
No plans. But how about you? You have work, don't you?
Yeah, I did have a web meeting set for noon, but it's been postponed until 6 p.m. I really can't start work until things are decided during this meeting, so I got the whole afternoon free.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
I've been stuck inside for the last couple of weeks, so I figured I would head out and get something to eat downtown. You wouldn't mind coming along, would you? If not, I could just...
No, I want to go. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so we're good to go. I'll pick you up at your place in an hour or so. Sound good?
Okay, I'll get ready. Look forward to seeing you.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah, see ya.
Hey, Jenny!
Oh, hey, Jerry. Thanks for today. It's after 6 p.m. Don't you have that meeting?
You gotta help me! I need your help now!
Huh? What's the matter? What happened?
It's your younger sister. She was in the house. And she was wearing only panties and a bra.
Say that one more time. Did I hear you right?
I guess it was partly my fault. A little while ago, I went to take the trash out. I was gone for like 5 minutes and I think she snuck in then.
Come to think of it, she was asking you over and over about where you lived.
Seems like she snuck in and hid in the closet in my office area. A second ago when I was getting ready for that meeting, she suddenly popped out of the closet and hugged me from behind. She scared the crap out of me. I'm not sure how I got away from her, but I ran into the bathroom and locked myself in. And that's where I'm calling you from.
Oh my god, I knew something like this would happen. I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your fault. You don't have to apologize. It's just that, you know, she's your sister and all. I wasn't sure if I should call the police or not.
I understand. Call the police.
Are you sure?
Of course, do it. I don't care if she's my sister or not. She committed a crime. She has to bear the consequences. What was she thinking?
Okay, I'll call them right away. I just called them. They're on their way.
Okay, I'm heading over there right now, too.
No, you better not.
Huh? Why not?
Your sister. I can hear her screaming at the top of her lungs. Not sure what she's saying. Rambling on about inappropriate stuff for sure.
Oh, are you serious?
I think it would be best if we just let the cops take care of it. There's nothing we can do.
I'm so sorry you had to go through with all this BS. Oh, my family, they are not normal.
You're the victim here, Jenny. You don't have to apologize.
If there is anything I can do to make amends, please tell me.
Yeah, thanks. I will. Oh, I think the cops just arrived. I can hear them outside. I think it's safe to go out now.
Okay, just be careful. Hey, Jenny, you there? Come on, answer me. Marge, have you gone completely off the deep end? What the hell were you thinking? That's what I was gonna ask you. I bet you anything it was you who tricked Jerry into calling the cops on me. I'm sure of it. Jerry would never do that to me. That was the most humiliating experience of my life. The cops all saw me naked. Oh my God. As punishment for your despicable actions, Jerry is going to be mine and mine alone. You really did it this time. Marge, relax for a second, would you? Mom and Dad are both on my side and they said exactly the same thing. Shut up and listen. No, you shut up! I don't want to hear any of your stupid excuses. It's all your fault. You've made a total mess of things. I have something to say about your current boyfriend. Huh? What are you talking about? You still don't want to listen? Or you want to calm down for a second? What is it? When you hugged Jerry after you popped out of that closet, that was right about the time that web conference was about to begin. Web conference? What has that got to do with me? It's a system for having an online conference with everyone using a camera. Pretty convenient. I know how that stuff works. Don't act like some know-it-all. So what's this about a web conference? What's that got to do with anything? If you would shut up for a second, I'll explain. Jerry was just setting up the meeting and had just logged on when you appeared. Logged on? Yep. He just logged on, which means the camera and microphone were both on. And what's more, 5 or 6 people were already gathered for the meeting. Huh? Does that mean the camera? Marge, you really screwed up this time. After Jerry ran into the bathroom and locked himself in, you sat at his desk and you were apparently doing God knows what. Oh, what? No way! Yup, that's right. Everyone was watching you, saw it all, heard what you said. No, wait, you're making this up. Didn't you see all the people on the monitor? Didn't you even notice them? This is all a prank. You're just trying to get back at me, right? Right? Aha, I figured as much. Guess you were so excited and pumped up you simply didn't notice the monitor or even perceive that they were watching you. No, this is not happening. I got more bad news for you. He was in that meeting too. Yup, bingo, your boyfriend. Huh? Come on, this is not real. It seems he's one of Jerry's clients. I knew he was in the same business, but I didn't know he was a client. It's all BS. Tell me it's BS. Sorry, I wish I could, but it's true. I heard he was shocked. Said he didn't realize he was going out with such a promiscuous woman. I can understand his feelings. I mean, in your underwear in front of all those people, who does that? He doesn't want to ruin his promising career and said he no longer wants anything to do with you. No, this is not happening. So that's where we're at. That's about all the info I have at the moment. You wouldn't shut up a second ago. What's up? Oh yeah, you guys. My mom and dad say I'm unattractive and have no talent, but that's the truth. Besides, what are you talking about all of a sudden? We're both in a different line of business. But did you know I make just as much as he does? You guys didn't know that, did you? Huh? Okay, that's all I have to say. See ya. Maybe this was all good in the long run. Gave me an opportunity to make up my mind once and for all. I'm cutting ties with all of you.
I never want to see you people again.
Huh? You can't!
Oh, and Jerry also wants nothing to do with you people.
Hold it. You can't just walk away.
We can, and we did. We already moved, for your information.
Huh? Have you already moved away? Where to? What's your new address?
Sorry, that information is confidential.
Wait, you can't!
I can, so take care of your own mess. I don't want anything to do with you. Goodbye. I think my sister messaged me countless times after that, but I blocked her as well as my parents. So I haven't seen their messages. And just as I thought, it didn't simply end there. Her unfortunate antics had adverse effects on Jerry's business. And the members who witnessed what they should have not witnessed, well, some were traumatized by it and subsequently pressed charges. Apparently, she had to pay compensation for emotional distress. Of course, she couldn't pay it off on her own, so she pleaded with my folks to help her out, obviously. But my folks have been supporting Marge for so long, so I really didn't think they had the money. Or so I thought. But later I heard they had sold the house to make the payments. Last I heard, they had moved into some old, dilapidated apartment. I'm sure they're making her pay off the debt she managed to create for them. I suppose I could help out, but what for? They never did anything for me. I guess it sounds kind of cruel, but they are nothing to me now.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.